She relied on her husband. He mixed her protein shakes. He handed her medication. He stood beside her hospital bed when doctors couldn't explain why her body was failing. Calm, attentive, reassuring. But what she didn't know was that the man caring for her may have already decided she wasn't supposed to live. This is the story of Angela Craig, a woman devoted to her family and betrayed by the person she trusted most. Angela Craig was a mother of 6, living in Aurora, Colorado. Warm, devoted, and deeply invested in her family, she spent her days managing the chaos of a large household, juggling appointments, meals, and the emotional needs of her children. Friends described her as endlessly patient and compassionate, a woman who believed in love, family, and faith. James Craig, her husband, was a dentist, successful on the surface, respected in the community, and outwardly a devoted husband. But beneath the surface, cracks were forming. His dental practice struggled financially. He carried debt he could not escape. He was having affairs, seeking excitement outside the home. And over time, Angela became an obstacle, a mother, a wife, a constant reminder of the life he wanted to escape. From the outside, their marriage looked normal. James appeared attentive and loving. Angela never suspected that the man she had built her life around could become the architect of her suffering. In early March 2023, Angela began feeling unwell. At first, it was mild dizziness, occasional nausea, and fatigue, symptoms anyone might dismiss. But the episodes grew more severe. She collapsed at home and was taken to the hospital. Doctors ran tests, but nothing seemed to explain the severity of her condition. She was stabilized and sent home, and then it happened again. Another collapse, another hospital visit, and every time James was there, managing her medications, preparing her meals, helping her in and out of appointments. A caring husband, or so it seemed. Angela's symptoms were caused by poisoning. She had been exposed to tetrahydrozoline, a chemical found in common eye drops. In her body, it caused dangerous drops in heart rate and blood pressure, confusion, and fainting. Symptoms that mimicked natural illness and baffled doctors. As the days passed, she was also given arsenic, a slow-acting poison historically used to weaken a victim over time. And finally, cyanide, a fast-acting lethal toxin, ended her life. Each dose was administered quietly, hidden within something as ordinary as a protein shake or a pill. The very routine that was meant to nurture her became the instrument of her deterioration. James Craig's motives were both financial and personal. His dental practice was failing. He faced mounting debt. Affairs he didn't want to end complicated his life. Divorce would have exposed everything, draining his resources and threatening his freedom. Angela, in her dedication to her family and her trust in him, became an obstacle. Every dose, every hospital visit, every collapse brought him closer to the outcome he had planned, a life reshaped on his terms. By mid-March, Angela's condition had worsened drastically. She was hospitalized again, this time in critical condition. Her heart faltered, her blood pressure plunged, and doctors struggled to stabilize her. At one point, she reportedly asked, "Why do I hurt?" Unaware of the danger, she still relied on the man by her side. During this hospitalization, the final fatal dose of cyanide was administered, ensuring that the slow poisoning culminated in death. Angela's death initially looked like another medical mystery. Doctors were left with unanswered questions, but suspicion grew. Autopsy and toxicology reports revealed multiple poisons: tetrahydrozoline, arsenic, and cyanide. The findings made it clear her death was not natural nor accidental. Investigators traced the source of the poisons back to James Craig. His internet searches revealed meticulous research into lethal substances, dosages, and how to make a death appear natural. Shipping records and his access to medications at home and in his office made him the only person who could have carried out the poisoning over time. Further evidence revealed attempts to manipulate the narrative. James tried to suggest that Angela had poisoned herself and even tried to involve others in fabricating stories. The man who had appeared at her side as a protector was, in reality, the orchestrator of her suffering. Left behind were 6 children, suddenly without their mother, and then almost immediately without the father who had been taken into custody. One day, Angela was managing a busy, noisy household. The next, she was gone. Their father, once a figure of security and love, was revealed as the person accused of destroying their family from the inside. They were forced to grieve their mother while confronting the unthinkable truth about the man who had promised to protect them. In 2025, James Craig was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Angela Craig's story is a chilling reminder of how trust can be weaponized, how routine, meals, medications, care can hide evil, and how the most dangerous threats can come from those we let closest to our lives. She didn't die suddenly. She suffered slowly, in a home she thought was safe. And the world would only come to understand the scale of her betrayal after she was gone. What do you think truly motivated James Craig? Desperation, greed, or something deeper? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And for more real-life stories like this, where quiet lives hide shocking secrets, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you with the next case.